So, I don't know how many of you have been keeping up with the recent news around the anime fighting games, but we've got Sparking Zero and we've got the new Bleach game, Rebirth of Souls, coming out. And I gotta say, Sparking Zero looks absolutely fantastic. It looks like everything that I've ever wanted from a anime fighting game that's Dragon Ball. It's everything that I've wanted since Budokai Tenkaichi 3 ended, which was 17 years ago. It looks fantastic. Apparently, it plays very, very well. So my hopes are very, very high for it. We recently got a trailer for the Namek and Saiyan saga. I'm happy to see that they're doing saga trailers now. Hopefully we get all the way to Dragon Ball Super. But the Bleach game, I don't know how to feel about it. If I'm being honest with you guys, I don't want to be unfair to Bleach because I know Bleach catches a lot of heat online. But the game doesn't look that good to me. Now, I'm still being optimistic because when I look at it, it kind of reminds me of Dissidia a little bit, but not really. Like, there's parts of it where I'm like, is this a mobile game? And I know we've been getting a lot of Bleach mobile games, but there's something off about it. I'm not sold on the Bleach game yet. If I'm being honest with you guys, my expectations have dropped quite low for it. It's certainly not on the level of Sparking Zero as far as I'm concerned. However, we've had a lot of media for Sparking Zero and people have had hands-on gameplay, game time with the game. And, you know, it's very different with Bleach because it's just come out. I've only had 3 character trailers, a gameplay overview, which did not sell me on it at all. Now, there has been some drama in the anime gaming community. And the center of this drama is 3 individuals, 3 very, very big YouTubers, DBZ Imran, Globeku, and Afro Senju. Now, you guys probably all know these names. They're very prominent names in the anime scene. If you guys watch anime, I know some of you don't. But if you do, you'll know these names. Now, Globeku, in particular, is somebody that I was going to a lot when it came to Demon Slayer and his coverage of that game. DBZ Imran is someone that I've been going to more recently for information on Bleach to get my wording right. And Afro Senju is just somebody that I've always found very entertaining. I don't go to Afro Senju for news or anything like that. I see Afro Senju as like a comedian almost, and not in a bad way. I mean that in the most respectful way possible. His content is genuinely funny. His reaction to Sparking Zero is still one of the funniest things that I've ever seen. He literally fell out of his chair and then had to check his boxers to make sure his junk hadn't fallen out. It was genuinely hilarious.
Yo, bringing this shit back is crazy.
Those are the 3 that are at the center of the back and forth right now. Now, the reason that this started is, well, actually, let's rewind a little bit. The reason that I came across it is because I saw the Bleach trailer. I was like, man, I don't like what I'm seeing right now, but I'm going to keep an open mind. However, I don't even know what they're talking about. They were talking about Reishi and Ryatsu and Konpaku. And Konpaku is the word that caught me off guard. I was like, what the hell is Konpaku? Now, I've watched Bleach twice. I've seen Bleach twice. I watched Bleach once when I was growing up. And then I quit when it got to Aizen versus Ichigo because I had reached my boiling point of the show and I just thought it was super stupid. And then my friends over time had convinced me, you know, Bleach has actually got a very good story. I think you should go back and watch it. I think you weren't looking at it or giving it a fair shake. So I went back and I watched it without the filler and I actually really enjoyed it. I think one of the reasons that I didn't enjoy Bleach when I was growing up is that unlike Naruto and Luffy, Ichigo was very relatable, but like as an adult, like he didn't want to deal with all of that BS. From what I could see, he just wanted to protect his friend, so he did what he had to do. Whereas Naruto and Luffy are super optimistic. You know, they always look at the bright side. You can't keep them down. It's move forward, move forward, move forward. No one's going to stop me. And as a kid, those personality types really appealed to me. And to be honest with you, they kind of still appeal to me now. However, in my adulthood, I definitely appreciate Ichigo more. But I had my run-in with the Bleach community because I made a video quite some time ago saying that Bleach sucks. They did not take kindly to it at all. And they were also part of the reason why I went back and watched Bleach. Because I was like, maybe I'm not being fair to Bleach. Bleach catches a lot of heat. You know, I've given Bleach a lot of shit over the years. And the Bleach community feels disrespected on some level. The sentiment online, from what I can see, is that Dragon Ball, One Piece, you know, even JoJo's, Naruto, when it comes to naming conventions, when there's games out or there's new mangas or whatever it might be, everyone gets them right. But when it comes to Bleach, People can't be bothered to learn the language properly. They can't bother to learn the terminology, the names of characters. Now, like I said, I've watched Bleach twice and I still can't remember some of the naming conventions in the show. One of those naming conventions was Konpaku. Apparently, this was in the show. I know it's in the manga. I have never read the manga. I've only watched the show. And I didn't know what it was. So I was like, I'm going to go check some of my favorite anime YouTubers because they'll probably know. So I watched Afro Senju. He didn't really cover it. And then I watched Globeku. Globeku didn't learn the terminology either. And so he was calling it things that I was calling it, but I hadn't made a video on it. I wanted to get the naming conventions right. And then I went on Twitter and I saw this whole discourse going on. And DBZ Imran basically said that you should learn these names if you're going to put content out for your audience, because you are the anime guys. People come to you to watch your videos. Learn the names because you learn the names of all the other animes and whatnot.
Are you ready? They're already making up words, bro. They're already making up words.
I mean, yeah, they could make it simpler by calling the Reishi gauge HP and the Konpaku lives, but why rob the game of the authentic canon terms? This is never an issue with other shonen titles when they use concepts like Nen, Chakra, Ki, or Haki.
I'm gonna have to rewatch some stuff though. Okay, I think I get some of the basics and I'm gonna do my best to explain everything. But it's confusing and some of this information may be wrong. Reishi, I'm just gonna call it HP. That's it. This is your health bar. That's all you guys need to understand from this bar. They make it complicated for no reason, bro. Konpaku. The stuff above with the numbers, the little bars, and you start with 9 Konpaku. We don't need to call this Konpaku. I'm gonna call this live.
And you know, at first I was gonna say, dude, shut up. But then I thought to myself, no, hold on a minute. Let me not take my biases from the James Hansen, I believe his name was, and the Afro Senju situation, which we're gonna get to in a little bit. That's the second part of this video. Let me not take my biases from that situation, because when I saw that situation, I was like, man, has Bleach got gatekeepers like this in its community? And then I read DBZ Imran's tweet and I saw his point of view, and I watched his video, and his video was basically telling Globeku, please learn the names of these things so people can not think that Bleach is too complicated or whatnot, and so that we can better educate the community. And I think that's fair, you know. As somebody that has 300,000 subscribers, if you're going to put out a video, you should probably do your research before you speak. Now, that's not to say that you're always gonna get things right. Listen, I get things wrong all the time. Sometimes I tweet things out that are wrong. It is what it is. Humans make mistakes. The problem is that Globeku clapped back and he called DBZ Imran a gatekeeper. This is not what gatekeeping is. He's just telling you to correct yourself. And I think that was wrong of Globeku to tweet that out. Now, since then, it seems like Globeku has retracted that, but there has been further development since then. So following all of that madness, DBZ Imran tweeted out saying, watch me cook Globeku and Afro Senju. Apparently I'm gatekeeping Bleach by asking them to read a little. Which I agree with DBZ Imran. You should probably know the terminology of these shows if you're going to be covering them. Afro Senju less so, because his video didn't really come across like he was trying to inform people. It was more that it was directed at Globeku, because Globeku is someone that people goes to get information on anime, games and whatnot. And I think if you're going to learn Demon Slayer's terminology, Naruto's, Dragon Ball's, One Piece, My Hero, whatever it might be, you should probably give Bleach the same level of respect. Globeku replied to this saying, absolutely pathetic. The drama was done and buried. Man decided to upload an hour ago for views, ignoring half of my points. This does nothing but split the community. True fans, like you would have the game dead within a week if you had it your way, blocked and move on. I think blocking DBZ Imran was not the right move. It seems a bit silly. And I watched DBZ Imran's video. He didn't really cook them. He just kind of said that, you know, you should learn the terminology. Afro Senju got involved in this and he said, y'all need to ease up on this Bleach gang life stuff. Now, that stems from his beef with James Hansen, which is going to be the second part of this video that we're going to cover, because my take on James Hansen's side of this is going to be very different to DBZ Imran. And obviously people then got involved. Now, one thing I've learned about all of these communities, the anime community seems to be the most passionate in protecting their respective animes that they favor. And the Bleach community is no different. You've got Killua here saying, so a fandom should stay blind when he's saying the terms are made up in the trailer when they are literally canon in the manga. Isn't it good that fans are willing to help him to know canon material better? Plus, how a Big 3 era show being called Gatekeeped when it has 140 million sales? I do agree with that, and that references Globeku's video where he didn't bother to do the research and he thought that the game was making up names and overcomplicating the battle system, which is not really a good thing to put out when the developers are trying to be faithful to the game. I think it's really good that the people that are doing the Bleach game are being faithful to the game, and it's not a good look when a massive content creator is undermining their work and saying you're throwing out new words to complicate people, just call it a HP bar. That was an L take or an L thing to say by Globeku in my opinion. DBZ Imran replied to Afro Senju and said, there is no gang life, it's just the basics. Nobody pulls this with Naruto terms like jutsu or chakra or Dragon Ball with Zenkai or ki. If you don't know what Ryatsu, Reishi or Konpaku are, the least you can do is find out. Your audience will want to know what it is, otherwise it's just lazy coverage. I have to agree with him there. This doesn't happen with DBZ, Naruto, One Piece or whatever. Now, I don't really cover anime news very often on here, although I do pay attention to what's going on, and this is something that I've seen. I do agree with people when people say that Bleach's naming conventions are a bit more complicated. They are. Even just the pronunciations of some of them. I've heard people saying it throws you off. However, as a content creator, it's your job and it's your responsibility, especially these guys. Some of them do it full time to get those naming conventions right. Otherwise, the community is going to be like, hey man, you're not really doing a fair job here. Windows 98 Alpha 3. That's a fantastic name. Said, it's crazy how only Bleach fans will have their anime misinterpreted, and when we say do your damn research, everyone plays victim. You'd never see this with Dragon Ball. These people are pathetic. Yeah, you've got other people here weighing in saying Afro sends you the 8 inner gates, first gate instigate Kai. That's a pretty good one. This is my main complaint. Nobody has an issue with using Naruto terms or Dragon Ball terms for games, so how comes it's an issue for Bleach? Bro, there was no point in responding. They have their opinions and they are going to stand on it no matter what on the internet. Gloku said using terms is a barrier, which is a bit misguided. Using basic terms from the franchise in a video game catered to fans of said franchise is almost mandatory. It would be soulless if they didn't do it. Imagine Storm calling Jutsu special attacks or chakra stamina. Bleach again is a little bit more complicated than the other ones. But I do think that these other tweets are true. You know, the developers are taking their time out to make this game as faithful, you know, regardless of what I think of the gameplay. They're taking their time out to make this as faithful as possible to the series. And I think it must suck for the Bleach fanbase to see a big anime creator not take the time out and give the developers and the series the same level of respect. I do actually agree with DBZ Imran and the things that people are saying. Now, there are some old tweets that people are bringing up from Globeku that they're like 5 years old. And to be honest with you, I can't tell if Globeku is trolling in them or not. If he's not trolling, it's a bad look. If he is, it is what it is. I'm not going to put him on the screen just because I don't know if he's trolling or not. And I don't want to put him in further hot water, even though I don't think my video is going to get him in any trouble. Now, that beef aside, there is actually people that behave like gatekeepers in the community, and that's the second part of this video that we're going to cover. Now, the reason I'm covering this is that I am still interested in the Bleach game. Now, we're going to do a reaction to this individual's comments, and these clips come from a content creator called Oni King, who I'm subscribed to. I think Oni King is doing some really good content, so go subscribe to Oni King. We're going to react to some of these clips, and then we'll round off the video. And then obviously you guys can let me know what you think. So we're going to watch this video, part of this video. This is the Oni King's video. I'm going to be reacting to parts of it. There's some things that this guy says in here that we're going to go over that just boggle my mind, and we'll pause the video as and when he says them, so I'll give you my take. Again, as somebody that is very interested in jumping back into anime fighting games, with Bleach being one of them, and you know, I'm unapologetic in the fact that I trashed Bleach for years, and if I want to trash Bleach in the future, if anybody else does, or if I want to trash any anime in the future and also play the game, I can do that. You know, you can't really gatekeep somebody from doing that and creating content regarding it and having people watch it. But let's hear what he has to say on this situation.
This goes now into Broken Ronin's video, where he talks about, hey, look, yeah, people bash Bleach, but you know, if you're a content creator with a big influence, then does it really matter? It's more popularity for Bleach, it's more ears on Bleach, which is absolutely true. We should always welcome people with a large audience to talk about Bleach and make it as big as it does, because it benefits the ecosystem, as you could say. If PewDiePie went and made a Bleach video and I made a Bleach video on the same day, I'm pretty sure I would get a lot of traffic from his video too. So, you know, it does help the ecosystem in a sense. However, this is where it comes to a morality thing when it comes to gatekeeping, and I think people are misunderstanding what we mean by gatekeeping in a sense, because we're not gatekeeping people who change their opinion and learn from their mistakes. Obviously, we want to...
I don't understand why he keeps on saying mistakes. It was never a mistake that I had a bad opinion of Bleach. I was much younger at the time, and my perception of the characters was very different. I'm an adult now, and I can appreciate Bleach on a different level. It's not a mistake though. Please never get it twisted. I don't apologize for the way I spoke about Bleach. Obviously, my comments, other than one video, are not on the internet with what I used to say about Bleach. But young me probably still believes those things. I've matured now, and the themes in Bleach are more relatable to me or easier to digest, rather than like it was very different to Naruto and One Piece in terms of its tone. But, you know, it is what it is. It's not a mistake. That was my opinion at the time.
Obviously educate as many people as we want to. But let's talk about how we got to this situation in the first place. Ever since Bleach ended in 2012 and even 2016, it was very popular. Dude in the room even admits it. I'm not the only one. Even the hater, if you want to really class him as a hater, but even the haters will admit that this started around about 2012 and 2016. It was very popular. It was very monetizable to bash Bleach. It came to One Piece and Naruto. Those were popular, so you needed, I guess, a third child in this to kind of bash, because again, it's like, oh, I want to talk about Bleach, but you know, it's popular to bash it. So it's like, of course, like that's your excuse to talk about Bleach, right? So, and you wanted views. It was very popular, even though people debunked it time and time again. People were misled countless times about Bleach, about its cancellation and about its bad storytelling, because bad influencers were pushing their large audience to spread that narrative in the first place.
Well, I mean, with regards to that, whilst I do appreciate Bleach a lot more now, I still don't think that its story is anywhere near Naruto or One Piece. I just don't. I think it's good. You know, I'm not a Bleach fan, but I like Bleach. I think it's cool. Do I think it belongs in the same conversation as Naruto and One Piece? I'm gonna say no. I do think Bleach is good. I don't think it's great though, and I do think some of the storytelling aspects of Bleach are subpar at best. I mean, I respect its power system. I think it's a well thought out power system, but some of the things that happen in Bleach, you gotta shake your head at. Like the 1,000-year Blood War thing, the Blood War arc. Sorry, when Kenpachi was fighting that guy, I can't remember his name, I've forgotten now, but the guy that had the ability to basically whatever he imagined he could make a reality, and he somehow lost. They gave the most ass backwards situation. I imagine that Kenpachi was a monster and so I couldn't beat him or some nonsense like that. I was like, bro, come on, man. Even my Bleach friends that were watching it with me, they were also like, yeah, I can't defend this. There are things in Bleach where it's like, dude, what are we doing here? And again, look, shonen animes are not all of them have great stories, okay? Some of them are just dumb fun. There's definitely things that you can point to in Naruto and One Piece and Dragon Ball where you're like, what the hell's going on there? But I think Bleach's filler also really hurt it. I didn't read the manga. I'm not a manga reader in general. I don't read the manga of anything. I think the only time I do is Dragon Ball Super because it seems to deviate from the anime so much. But Bleach's manga, from what I could see, and a lot of people said this, is that even the artwork started to take a massive dive. And you know, just generally, when I was watching Bleach growing up, I always thought Huequemundo was such a place, like, it just looks so unimagined. It doesn't bother me as much now anymore, but there's certainly things about Bleach where you kind of laugh at it. It's kind of silly. Even, actually, do you know what? I'm not going to go in that hard. We'll let James continue his.
So it's like, hey, we're gatekeeping the people who are saying, hey, sorry, your house is on fire. I may have tipped petrol on it in the first place, or I may have put gasoline on it in the first place, but hey, once it's rebuilt, I'll come over and have a cup of tea and biscuits with you. It's like, no, mate, that's not how this works. You set that fire in the first place. You helped contribute to that fire in the first place. You don't get to be invited into the new home afterwards, you know? If it's a mistake, it's a mistake, cool, but when you actively make that fire, you don't get to expect to just jump back into it once that home's rebuilt. There's probably better
that was some of the stupidest shit I've heard in my life. But if I make 20 videos bashing Bleach and then I change my mind one day, you can't stop me. Like, what is? I don't even understand what the idea of the gatekeeping is. I mean, people are gonna choose to watch whoever they want to watch. James can't really control that. I don't even really understand the premise of this statement here. Is he literally the gatekeeper of the Bleach community? Like, what he says goes. If he says don't watch this individual, don't watch them. It's like I've made loads of videos about Mortal Kombat and how I dislike Mortal Kombat 1, and I've gone after the game. But if I decide one day that, you know what, they've improved it enough, now I want to make some good content about it, no one in the MK scene can tell me, well, you can't do that. I'd say shove it up your ass, mate. I can do whatever I want. I can change my opinion if I want. Who is James to tell people that they can't? This is ridiculous.
Allergies, but that's the first one that really came to my head. And I said this in many live streams, and I've said this in many videos as well. As soon as Bleach comes back, do not let these people eat off the table, because these are the people who are opportunists and jump to that opportunity. And of course, who wouldn't want to jump to an opportunity? If you're there to make money, oh, there's some money there in it, you know, then obviously everyone's going to do it. But as a content creator, there's this thing that you should have called integrity. And you should stick to that integrity, right? If you go years...
But people can change their opinions, James. I changed my opinion on Bleach. You understand that people can. You can't stop people from making money off of Bleach, even if they bashed it for 10 years. I'm sorry, I'm new around here. Okay, if anyone from the Bleach community is watching this, does this guy hold the keys to people making money on YouTube off of Bleach? Not that is even my primary reason for talking about Bleach. I'm just interested in where the direction of the new game. But does this guy hold the keys to the community or something? What is this nonsense that he's talking about? Can you guys that watch my videos, you play a lot of Tekken and Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Can you imagine somebody in those scenes saying this bullshit? It's actually pretty hilarious that somebody's this delusional to say that you ain't gonna come and eat at our table. What table?
And years spreading misinformation, causing issues for other content creators of your doing, of your own cause and effect, and then you want to play it off like nothing happened and essentially try and eat off the table that we as the Bleach community made, then think again, man. Which quite recently, if there's anything I've got to give Twitter like an absolute round of applause for, it was Anime News Network recently posting an image saying who's excited for like Ichigo coming back or Bleach coming back. And the quote tweets and the responses were just amazing, because Anime News Network since like 2012 has been known to constantly make nothing but article upon article upon article upon article bashing Bleach time and time and time again because it got clicks. Now that it's coming back, oh, let's switch it up. Who's excited for Bleach coming back? Well, clearly not you. Clearly not you, Anime News Network, because for years upon years upon years upon end, it's not like, oh, we'll go back to an article from like 10 years ago, or we'll go back to an article from 5 years ago. You did it consistently for year upon year upon year upon year. You know, your view set hadn't changed in the first place. And even if it was a different editor or a different, journalist, right? You as a website, your editor-in-chief chose to allow those things. Your admins chose to allow that content from the world's most trusted anime news site, which is supposed to be, a news source of facts, not opinions. You allowed that on a yearly basis.
Well, it would really depend on what they were posting. The context of that is very important. If they were just posting on general sentiments, things that were happening to Bleach at the time, its cancellation, critiquing certain things, I think that's completely fine. You can, look, I would be, if they announced Mortal Kombat 2 tomorrow, obviously they're not going to because we've got the new combat pack coming out, but if they were to announce a new Mortal Kombat game, I'm going to be excited because I like Mortal Kombat in general. Now, for the past year, I've been critiquing Mortal Kombat. I ain't gonna hear nobody come to me and say to me, you ain't gonna eat at this table now. You go fuck yourself. You go fuck yourself all day. There is no table. What is this? Is this something that is exclusive to the anime scene? I'm very confused here.
And Twitter wasn't having any of it. Twitter said, no, like, who are you? You bash Bleach for years. You don't get to eat at the table. And you should be able to keep that same energy with content creators. So no, we're not gatekeeping. For those that say, hey, I'm wrong, I've learnt my mistakes. I made a bad video here and there, I want people to see my bad takes. Here's my new ones. That's cool. Like, do that. That's absolutely amazing. But don't you know, bash Bleach and then not take any accountability for what you did in the past, right? Even if it's as recent as 2019 to even 2020, continue that same mentality but switch it up because now it's popular again. Because I think I speak for myself in this regard of like, hey, look, like I built my career talking about Bleach and I got a lot of hate. I had a lot of mental stress because of the content creators doing the things that they did in the past and the article posts that websites have done in the past. It has a cause and effect, and if you start
mental stress, mental stress. Are you a wet tea towel, mate? What do you mean mental stress? We're just uploading videos. It's not that deep. Guys, if you're getting mental stress over this sort of stuff, please don't do content creation. It's really not that deep. You put a video out, people watch it, YouTube pays you. Go about your day, mate. It's not that deep. Mental stress. Jesus Christ. You know, even if I put this video out, I can imagine putting this video out and getting attacked by the Bleach community. Do you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do if that ever happened, right? Or like if I put a controversial tweet up and people didn't like it, I'm gonna go, and that's it. I'm gonna go back to the real world. There is no mental stress. I mean, people can critique Bleach as much as they want. As a matter of fact, when I was shitting on Bleach when I was growing up, I mean, I was hardcore taking a dump on Bleach. I was ripping into it every single day. I think that was kind of exasperated because my friend was hating on DBZ, and I was like, well, I'm gonna hate on your favorite anime now. But I was being, you know, very nasty, I guess you could say, towards Bleach. At that time, I was playing Heat of the Soul because even though I hated the storytelling in Bleach at the time, I've kind of grown on it now. I don't think it's the best, but it's grown on me. I really liked the characters and their powers. I thought the powers in Bleach were kind of cool. So I was playing Heat of the Soul. I'd be sitting there playing it and also cussing it. Now, if I was doing content creation at the time, I probably would have done videos where I'm like cussing Bleach, but also playing the game because the games were kind of cool. You know, I'm sure you can do that with loads of different games. I mean, the gameplay in Heat of the Souls, I really enjoy it. To this day, I think Heat of the Souls got some really good gameplay in it. But I can also dislike the anime and cuss out if I want. No one can say anything to me. I mean, you can say anything. You can't stop me, though.
Then messing with people's income, especially their reputation, their channel, and the series that they talk about, the thing that they're trying to make a living off, especially. Why would you, as a content creator, let them in after they burnt the house down?
You can't not let them in, bro. What are you talking about? You cannot not let them in. The door is open. Sorry, there is no door. There's nothing. Anyone can walk in. Just like me now, people in the Bleach scene probably don't know who the fuck I am. I can make as many videos on Bleach as I want. There's nothing that you or anybody else can do about it. What is this? If people were attacking his character, right? If people were actually going after his character and they were making videos about him, slander, for example, then okay, that's affecting your income, no problem. But if everyone's got a negative opinion of Bleach, even if it's a hive mind thing, that's tough, mate. That's tough. You know, people have been saying the same thing about Mortal Kombat. Oh, everyone's jumping on the hate bandwagon, blah blah. Okay, tough. If that is what's happening, that's what's happening. I can't, you know, what game? Soul Calibur, for example. There was a time where I was very well known in Soul Calibur. If people were hating on it, I can't say to them, "Oh, the new Soul Calibur's out." Nah, you ain't coming in.
You then had to rebuild. Why would you do that? And you know, I think that Broken Ronin and other people that I've seen on Twitter kind of misunderstand that. Oh yeah, they've got a big popularity, let them talk about it, it's good for Bleach. Maybe, but is it morally right? Not for me, it's not. It's like
his face. Yes, no, let me rewind slightly. That expression on Oni King is exactly how I felt. What the fuck is this guy going on about? He does. Jesus Christ, man. This is some brain rot shit. Let's continue.
It's like you should call out people that have been like pissing on your house, really. Why wouldn't you? If you're a content creator, big or small, that wants to talk about Bleach but are scared to because of the recent, you know, hater videos that have been coming out as of recently, make those videos. No one's...
Why would you be scared? What is going on here? Do you know, I keep on bringing up Mortal Kombat because that's where my channel initially gained popularity from before I deviated off into other things like this, for example. And it didn't matter how many people didn't like my opinion, sent me nasty messages or whatever. And to be honest with you, that didn't even really happen that much. It didn't matter what people thought. It's my opinion. Who the fuck is scared to put their opinion? Are we brandishing knives or something, or threatening to shoot people over Bleach opinions? Or who is scared to put content out, guys? I mean, come on, man. We gotta grow a backbone around here. If I put out, look, the Bleach game might come out, everyone might love it. I might buy it and be really like, this is a pile of dog shit. I'm gonna upload my videos. No one's gonna scare me from uploading my videos. What is this nonsense? He's talking out of his ass. No, there's no way that adults are scared to put out videos because maybe 90% of the fan base or other anime fan bases are ripping into the game. There's just no way. He's just making this up. There's no way this happened. And how the hell would it affect your income? I mean, the Mortal Kombat videos that I've put up have not affected the income of other Mortal Kombat creators. I think his name is Waz or Mike Trolinsky or something. Every time I see their channels, they got loads of views. Even what's the other guy's name? Oh, I've forgotten now. There's loads of Mortal Kombat content creators that, you know, they're doing all right. Some of them are doing really, really well despite the abundance of videos that are trashing Mortal Kombat 1. These guys don't seem scared to put their videos up, and I'm not scared to put my videos up. And why would a person that's covering Bleach be scared to put their videos up? What is this, man?
Come after you, especially if you've never had an opinion on Bleach in the first place. We always welcome new creators, of course. And if you are an old creator that has, you know, pissed on Bleach in the past, if you're going to make a Bleach video, admit your fault. Say, look, man, like, yeah, you know, I was wrong. The Bleach anime was coming back. I should have listened. I reread X, Y, and Z. My opinions have changed. I see this perspective, X, Y, and Z. And then, you know, continue that consistency with Bleach. You know, don't just make a one-off video because it's a quick view click, you know, which Supai Patchwolf did around about the time it was announced, jumping on that extra search traffic, you know, very smart business moves there. It's about context by context basis of like, look.
Even if somebody wants to do it for a business move, I mean, some people do this full time, right? YouTube's full time for some people. If they wanted to do it as a business move, again, none of your business. People don't have to follow your train of thought. They don't have to put Bleach content out in the way you want them to. They can do whatever the fuck they want. And again, there's nothing to gatekeep here. There isn't. I mean, even Afro Senju saying in his video, or sorry, not Afro Senju, Globeku saying the gatekeepers. There's no gatekeepers of anything. Of anything. If you're somebody that thinks that there are people that can gatekeep you, that to me is a victim mentality. If there's a scene that I want to get involved in, you can't stop me from going to tournaments. You can't stop me from making videos. You can't stop me from showing up to an event. Obviously, unless I did something criminal or whatever. Maybe not the Smash scene, actually. They seem to be capable of stopping people for having particular views. I don't know how they get away with that, but that's a story for another day. You can't stop people from jumping into something, even if they've been hating on it for 10 years. Like, for example, right, Tom Brady, right? People know him for not liking Mortal Kombat right now. And even if they are mischaracterizing him or whatever it might be, if he wants to go to a tournament tomorrow for MK1, they can't stop him. They can't say, well, you made X amount of videos critiquing this game, and now you want to show up now that there's a new combat pack. I don't think so. Are you fucking crazy? Oh, we live in bizarro land.
Looking at who's genuine and who is not. Yes, we will look at your past history and see if you're consistent with it, because we will tell in context if you're genuine or not.
That is why
now we got Bleach Police. We will look at your past history and check to see if you're consistent. Even if this game sucks, now I want to get involved in the scene. This is so ass backwards.
By far the corniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yes.
Ridiculous, man.
Yes.
If we notice even one critique on your goddamn Bleach channel and you try and eat at our table, you're done.
Alright, so this part of the video is, again, it's still from Only King's video, but it's a bunch of streamers that are well known in the anime community. I know that that Bardock avatar, I think that's Seth the programmer. I don't know who the other content creators are, but anyway, we're going to listen to what they have to say here, because what I can remember it was pretty funny.
He is awesome at reading the wiki. Yeah, absolutely. If you like to get your hand held while reading a series, then absolutely. But if you want more something a bit more highly intellectual,
why do you have beef with the universe?
I have. Look, there's three people in here. Well, other than me, that's very intellectual when it comes to Bleach. Like, go sub to them and stop watching wiki readers. Like, it's actually frustrating. Like, it's very tiring. Oh, this person's so good. How about you read the series and actually learn something you didn't actually know before while watching better creators?
Wait, can we get a
it's not like,
in the chat?
No. It's not about being a dickhead, right? It's about being actually like... It's not about being a dickhead, right? But you're gassing somebody up when there's 10,000 better creators that are doing the same topic but better. And that's called criticism, right? And I hope my man does better, but he ain't. It's ass.
Whoa, no, that can't be, because no, that's not the James I know. Because what did he say before, chat?
If you're a content creator, big or small, that wants to talk about Bleach but are scared to because of the recent, hater videos that have been coming out as of recently, make those videos. No one's gonna come after you.
You got him.
So what is James trying to say here? You can make YouTube videos on Bleach unless you talk about Bleach. Is that what I'm supposed to get from that? Oh no. I talked about Bleach in a video recently. I sure hope Seth the Predator and James Hansen don't come and get me.
Do you guys live in this?
Man, he went in. I did hear about those Predator accusations. I don't actually know what came of that situation, so I'm not gonna cover it now. But shit, boy, he's right though. I don't know who the fuck these guys think they are. They can police who does what.
Same country?
Yeah.
I say you guys made
Bit
up.
more,
Yo,
James.
dude, you gotta challenge him to a sword fight, bro.
James, tell him why you're the Bleach guy, not him.
Mate, my legacy's already on the table, bro. People want to be on my legacy, but they ain't there. It's cute, bro, but they can try.
Guys, we got it. We got his legacy right here, chat. Hey, your legacy is right here, brother.
That is not a good look. I mean, I was aware of these before. I didn't expect him to put them in the video. I hadn't gotten this far, but not a good look, James.
Got it, man. You got it, man. Hey, everyone, round of applause for James Hansen, man. His legacy's a massive one. Yeah, you shitty YouTubers, you shitty Bleach YouTubers, guys. You guys have big bazoongas you need to fill up, because look at this guy's James Hansen's legacy, man. There it is. Guys, his legacy out there for everyone to see. Oh my god. What a goat, chat. What a freaking goat, man.
Why isn't Tomo on your legacy, James?
Bro, when people think Bleach, bro, for all the years they think of me. That's just how it is.
James, what do you think about
Yeah,
Mr. Tomo?
but wait,
Hold on,
you also
James,
hold on.
I have another question.
It's like when they think of Bleach, but when they
you've
think
been
like,
making Bleach
when
videos
people-
for like 57
Look,
years.
when people think of Bleach, they think of me. When people think of Bleach power scaling, they think of Chloe. When people think of Bleach analysis, they think of Soul. When people think of, power scaling in general, when it comes to mainly Naruto, they think of Seth. When people want like the versus battles and Godzilla Law and SCPs, they go to Chuck. We're all known for something because we've solidified that legacy, right?
Yeah.
So I ain't stressed. But if you're gassing somebody up, that is no better than
Spill
a
the tea,
YouTuber with
James.
less than 100 subs that are doing better.
I'm drinking this.
Okay, James, can I ask you a question, sir?
Yeah.
What do you think about Mr. Tomo reaching 100k subs before you? Any comment?
No.
You have no
What-
comment on that?
I allowed him to.
Jesus Christ, man. Someone has been sipping the Kool-Aid. When people think of Bleach, they think of me. I don't even know who this motherfucker is. I know about most of the other ones. I can't recognize those two avatars, although I'm sure I'd probably know who they were if they put their names up. I didn't know who this guy was until the whole Afro Senju beef kicked off, I guess. This guy is blowing smoke up his arsees. This is not a good look.
Allowed him to.
James, I allowed
No.
to have him.
Bro, look how lazy I've been since like 2020. Like, I'm calm, bro. I'm calm because as soon as that anime comes back, I'm conserving that energy. It's a wrap,
Yeah,
bro.
and
It's
you also
calm.
get-
Uh-oh, you hear that, Mr. Tomo? You better watch your fucking back, you piece of shit, because James Hansen himself is coming for you, buddy. Yeah. Matter of fact, I want to see just how well James Hansen's channel's been doing since the anime's release back in 2022. Let's go ahead and check, guys.
The Bleach drought, it is real. Let's be honest with you, there's been no news and everybody has resorted to either bot tweets or making up news or holding on to the very littlest of live streams ever just to get a sniff at a release date or whatever else they can get their hands on.
Oh man, that's not good.
So he ate his words, basically. Man, this is what happens when your head is so far up your own arse to say that, you know, you are the person that lets people into the community. You let somebody get to 100k. You didn't let anybody get to 100k. You got lazy and somebody else did the work. That's what happens in life. If you take a backseat, somebody else will take over for you. You didn't let them do anything.
sure hope James Hansen's legacy can carry him through this Bleach drought that he's in. That's seriously fucked, dude.
You just have to consider that James' channel got fucked up for like.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, that was fun.
James was only nagged and suppressed, but allowed his enemy to grow
He
stronger.
was so OP that Russians had to take down his channel.
The thing is, guys,
James? What is your favorite Mr. Tomo video?
Yeah,
none.
top 5 fucking Tomo videos right now.
You
guy's a
don't
hater.
like Any Mr. Tomo video?
No,
Not a single one.
no.
Yo, what if he was blow you?
Look, I'll be honest. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I genuinely tried to watch his videos to see what people gassing up about, and I'd never sat there so goddamn bored in all my life. Because I'm sorry. At least when I'm watching Clyde's videos, I learn something new about the Espada. I learn something new about some lore or some power scaling, and it gives me a different perspective, right? But even when I watch DBZ Imran's video, at least like there's a different perspective. Even though I don't agree with him most of the time, yeah, at least there's a different perspective that I appreciate. Tomo's like, yeah, I've read the series 50 times, mate. Tell me something I don't know, bro. I can read the wiki in 5 minutes quicker than watching your half-an-hour video. Like, come on, man. Read the series. You don't need to watch a YouTuber. Read the fucking series.
What's something really bad that Mr. Tomo has said that you just despise?
Oh, the fact that he like hit me up in my DMs talking to me because he felt like that I was clouty enough to hit up. I've got the scans. I've got the scans.
Spill the tea, sis. Get that tea.
This is some of the most cringe shit I've ever heard in my life, honestly. This guy is... This is why I was saying there's two sides to this conversation, where I get where DBZ Imran is coming from with the whole Globeku situation. This is the other side of it. This is if I believed in gatekeeping, this is what it would look like, I guess, where you get other big content creators sit around and bitch about one guy who, you know, if people want to go to his videos to learn about Bleach rather than reading it or watching it, that's their prerogative. You saying that you allowed him to get to 100k and that people think of you when Bleach content is about, like, I've been watching some stuff about Bleach and I've seen people getting views. So if your content has sort of dried up and you're not getting any views for it, then what does that tell you? I mean, I don't even know why you would model your channel to just watch you for Bleach exclusively. I can imagine this is the kind of guy that probably doesn't even speak to his community. I mean, I don't know if he does. I'm not entirely sure, but he's got a stick so far up his own arse, judging by what he's saying here. Now, I don't know where this situation is going to go with all of these anime personalities, but there are clearly two sides to this. Like I said, where DBZ Imran is valid in what he was saying about Globeku, and I didn't perceive that to be gatekeeping. This James guy, if that's what you would... If I was to pick out something that was gatekeeping, that would be it. That was some of the most bullshit nonsense I've ever seen. And I wanted to cover this just because there's a lot of people since I've jumped back into YouTube that have messaged me saying, how do I get into this? How do I get into that? There seems to be a lot of negativity here, or people over here that I don't want to upset. Guys, you can jump into any scene you want. You can go to any anime convention, whether you're in the States, Japan, the UK, whatever it is. You can go anywhere you want and give your opinion. Now, you might say some things that will get you in hot water. Obviously, as we've seen here, James made a bunch of tweets and remarks against Afro Senju that, you know, are going to get him in hot water and hurt his reputation. But there's nothing stopping you from jumping into a scene. don't be worried that there's more established personalities in there. Obviously, do your research and make sure you try to get as many things as right as possible. You're going to make mistakes. We will put out misinformation from time to time, or we make knee-jerk tweets, or we make knee-jerk videos. It happens. But don't feel like you should be afraid to get your voice out there. A lot of people message me about being too afraid to speak up, and that they're going to just stay in the YouTube comment section. They don't want to show their face on camera because they're scared that people are going to attack them for their opinions. It's just voices on the internet, guys. Say what you want to say. Make the videos you want to make. Some people are going to love you. Some people are going to hate you. It is what it is. So I'm going to keep my eye on this Bleach game. Right now, I'm not very impressed with it. I'm going to try and learn the terminology, just because if I do decide to get into it, I think you probably should respect the creators and the efforts that they're going to remain loyal to it. Sparking Zero seems to be blowing everything out of the water right now. So I'm super excited for that. But let me know what you guys think of all of this. I know this is a very, very random video, but I saw this situation unfolding and I thought, let me put it on the channel and see what everybody else thinks. Anyways, guys, take care of yourselves. Have a good day and peace.